Guys, welcome. It has been ages since I've recorded for YouTube, and I've got to start off with saying I am very sorry for the fact that there has been no content on the channel for a while. Life kind of happened, and work happened, and if I'm being honest, I had a kidney transplant in December, so a lot happened in the space of a few months. But I am now sat at my desk ready to start doing some Minecraft and getting on. Now, I've made some amazing friends on Twitch, and if you're new to my videos, I stream on Twitch. You'll find the link in the description below. Come over, drop a follow, come say hi when I'm live. And yeah, so I've found these really amazing people on Twitch, and I'm blessed to have met them. And one of these amazing people's username is the Immortal Fates, and he has created this Minecraft server. It's a modded server for his Twitch subscribers, to which I'm one of them. So I went through the process of installing it, and I've logged in, and I kind of helped him sort of put the spawn area together a little bit, and he's done a little bit more since I last logged on, and it looks pretty cool. I've logged in just to make sure everything was okay, and yeah, so let's just jump straight into it. Okay, and there we are. We are now on the Dragons Lair. And this is the sort of pathway and things, and the building there is what I helped him put together the other day. And I've noticed I've missed. I kind of went round and started sort of decaying the building slightly to make it look a little bit more like it's been there for a while, and I may have missed a section, but that's fine. We can get to that. So yes, this is the Dragons Lair, and it is a pretty awesome server. I've had a little look around just to see what was what, and I've got to say I quite enjoyed being on here the other night. It'd been too long since I'd been on Minecraft, and when I came on, I was hooked, and I must have spent easily 3-4 hours tinkering around with Mortal, putting all this together, trying to find the best way to do things, and yeah, we kind of came out with this looking building. It looks pretty awesome, to be fair. I'm quite pleased with how it came out. There was no real design to it. It was just a case of throw some blocks down, see what happens. And Mortal then sort of dug this channel out here to create an artificial river which goes down and meets a little ocean down there. Now, I have scouted around and I found 2 possible locations for a base, so let's get to the first one and we'll see what we think. Alrighty, so this is location number 1. It's a little island, really. It's cut off by this sort of river that goes all the way around here, down through here into the sea, and then on that side goes all the way around and then joins up over on that mountain. And just over that away is spawn. That's where we've just come from, and en route I've been collecting things to start building with, and I just had to extinguish a skeleton that thought it would be funny to survive in a lake. So we've got some stuff from spawn. Mortal was very kind to put a little farm there and let us help ourselves to what we needed. We've got a little bit of food that we need to get some furnace array going, but just having a little look really, just to see what I think. And it is very, very hilly. I didn't notice how hilly it was when I was first looking around, but this is position number 1, full of sheep. Loads there. There's a load on the island that's just down there. So this is a prime spot, if nothing else is a prime spot. And the second one is just over there in the distance, is the naturally generated village. Now, we are going to do things with villagers eventually when we get ourselves sorted. Oh, I missed Depth Strider. God, Depth Strider is a godsend. So we will do things with villagers like a villager farm, and villager trading, get some books, get some decent armor and stuff. But this is the other option, is that we convert this village. Now I did that on Dimcraft, and I kind of want to stay away from doing the same old, because you guys have seen me convert a naturally generated village into my own sort of personalized world. So I'm not sure I want to do it this time round, but it is handy that we've got all these villagers just sitting around here. I mean, cleric, nice. I mean, we could probably get a good amount of rotten flesh. What are you up here? You're a fisherman. Beautiful. Okay, so yeah, we've got options here. I think personally, the sort of little plains there that we just come from, I think that's going to be where we build our house and start building our base up, and going from there really. And it's not too far to get our villagers across to us. So that I think is going to be where our base is. Now, on this server there is a pack called Journey Map. So if I hit J, so as you can see, this is our journey map. This is our spawn. This is where we dropped into the world. This is the little island I was just on, and that I'm thinking is a good possibility going to be our sort of base, if you like. And this is me here. This is our little village. But we haven't explored very much. This was just me looking around to see what we had available to us. But I think that's going to be it. That one there is Genie Najee Gaming. That's her little base there. And this is Mortal Fate's base here. So I don't want to be terribly close, because I don't want to be on top of them if they want to build and expand and things. But I don't want to be too far away either, that if we do sort of communal things, then there's enough room that I could just run across, So yeah, that's kind of the deal. That's going to be our base. We just need to tidy up the landscape a little bit as and when we decide what we're building. I haven't quite decided on what sort of structures I want to go with on this server, but I'm going to have a little bit of research, see what I want to do, and then we'll go from there, I think. But that's that. Let's get some resources together. I guess it's going to be a little bit of a grind to get all of our resources. So I will be back once I've been and got a few more things. Okay, so I have cleared out all of the grass on that top layer. I've taken out a little bit of the top layer. I'm now over on this little island just beside here, and I'm going to make this my farm island for now. And we've got our sugarcane just going around the edge of the little lake here, and I'm just in the process of changing out the side here to make it like a beach, if you like, and that way we can put the sugarcane on. It looks a bit nicer, although I do believe you can put sugarcane on dirt, but I think it looks nicer if it's in sand. So yeah, I'm just going around the edge, and I am just putting in the sand, and then the next thing to do is to go looking for iron, because without iron we are not going to get a bucket, and without a bucket we can't then set up the farm to be hydrated. So that will be the next task, is to start going down into the caves, and we're going to strip mine, because strip mining has always served me well, and I've always walked away with a reasonable amount of resources from that. So we will end up with a strip mine at some point, and it's getting dark, so I'm going to need to go sleep before the mobs come. Bear with me while I go and sleep. Okay, so slept in the bed, nice and snug. So yeah, like I was saying, we've got to go and find a nice area to strip mine. I'm probably just going to make some sort of entrance on our main island and then sort of dig straight down from that and make that our strip mine. Now I think all the rest of these around here, yes, are all done. So all I've got to do is kind of fill in the sort of big area here that I've created, and then get more dirt to fill in all of this area and the little bits that are missing over there. So I will be back once I have completed that section. Okay, so our little island here is now ready for our water and hoeing. I've just chucked a little chest there with a hoe in it. That's where we'll chuck all of our little produce and things when we harvest them for now, as it's going to be a manual farm instead of our automated one that we will eventually get. I just wanted to show you this tool. It's one of the mods that's in or on this server that Mortal has installed. Let's get ourselves over to a tree. Now, for those of you that watched my Dimcraft season, you would know that to build all the things that I built took me so many days, like weeks of harvesting wood with an efficiency 5 diamond pickaxe, but it still took me a very long time. However, in this server we have something called lumberjack. So just a normal simple tree, and this axe is called a lumber axe, and we just take out one and bosh, takes out the whole tree for us. How easy is that? I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's really overpowered, but I'm not going to complain if I can get wood that quick. I mean, seriously, wow. We'll have that every day of the week and twice on Sunday. I mean, look at that, 24 in the space of about 10 seconds. Look at all that. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a little tree farm, if you like, a bit like what we did on the Dimcraft server. We're just going to make rows of our trees, and then we are going to start harvesting and just get loads and loads of wood, because we are going to need a good amount of wood. So it'll be prudent of us to actually get harvesting, get some wood in the bank, just make sure we've got it, it's all there, we don't have to mess about, and yeah, we can just sort of get building. So the next port of call, I've just broke it. The next port of call is going to be setting up a little tree farm. We've got saplings for oak, birch and spruce, so we can start getting on that. And just over the way there is a dark oak forest, so we can go and get some dark oak as well, but I want to try and leave that as much as possible, so I might just harvest one and then get saplings and then bring them over and then start our own little dark oak farm, if you like. And then once we've got that going, I want to go and make ourselves our mine. That will be our next big thing, is the mine, because we need iron and we need coal. So that will be what we're getting onto next. So I will see you once I have set up a little bit of a farm and started my way down to our little cheeky mine. Okay, so you might be thinking, Hulky, why is there a big circle on the floor in your island? And I would tend to agree with you. I mean, it's a big circle and there's no real good reason for a circle, really. So why would you put a big circle on the floor, Hulky? Well, turns out I've now decided on what house I am going to build, and it fits within this 39 by 39 circle. It's a big house, and if I'm honest, it's probably too big of an undertaking to take on early game, but for those of you that know me, if you're going to do it, you go big. So I have gone big. This house is pretty cool. I will put a link to the tutorial in the notes below. So if you want to check him out, you're more than welcome to go check him out. As you can see, the farm island is now starting to come together. Wheat is starting to come up real nice. The potatoes are quite slow going, but it's fine. We will expand that across probably to about here, and then the carrots will take up the rest, because these two especially are the ones I want the most of, because they are the tradable items with villagers. And I will eventually get a villager to do the farming for me, but for now it's a case of us having to manually go plant them and pick them. It's fine, I'm alright with that. It's early game. Got a little birch forest going on just there. That's just me sort of getting the resources together that I will need. And just there is our mine. Goes down to Y level 11, and it also yielded me a 9 vein diamond ore, which gave me 10 diamonds, which honestly was mind-blowing. And there's some emerald ore in the floor as well, which I'm going to leave until I get silk touch, because I don't want to mine up the emerald just yet. I'd rather trade for emerald rather than destroy an emerald ore block. But yeah, 10 diamonds straight off the bat in my very first vein as well. It was like, wow, mind blown. In all the years I've played Minecraft, I'd never come across a vein that long of diamonds in one hit. It was crazy. I was shocked. But anyway, we have the circumference for our house. I might start building it now, so that we get a sort of a footing on it. But it will be next episode that we will actually get going on building that house, because we still need to gather a lot more wood. A lot more wood. So I am going to continue grinding out the trees, and I might lay the foundation in, which is oak all the way around here, and just where it's sort of floating here. Let's take ourselves down. I am going to build or landscape the landscape down from the house, along out and then down. So it will end up coming out into this little bay here, but that's fine, because actually it works in quite well here, because it kind of dips in on our island here. So by me sort of building that down, it kind of extends the island out a little bit, and it kind of doesn't really lose too much of this river lagoon type thing here, which I thought was pretty good. And then I'll probably do the same here, just continue around here with the landscaping, just to bring it down, and make it look like it's meant to be there. This island, I have now decided, is going to become a village, and in each one of the houses will be something. So maybe in one of the houses it will store my precious items, in another house it will be food, and things like that. So that's how this little island's going to end up, and it stretches all the way back over to that mountain range just there, and that'll be my phone. And yeah, so it will stretch across, and all of this will end up being a Hulky made island of wonderfulness. And there you can see I've got some pets. The cows I'm breeding up because I'm going to make a cow crusher. And that cow crusher will be my source of food, but I need to get a good number of cows going. I can just put 2 in and breed them in there, in the crusher itself, but it's just as easy to breed them and then bring them all in. But that is where we're at so far. I'm gonna just build a cow crusher somewhere, probably down here somewhere, just to get us going, and then I will be back to show you the advancements in my culinary excellence. apart from the noisy sheep in the background, I've been gathering loads of oak, and we've got all of this here. I might chop these down. I might just start making this into a bit more of a feature. I've made my cow breeder cooker rater 3000 of doom, which is here, and kind of just planted up a few trees around the back just to make it look a little bit prettier, and like it's meant to be here. And we've got one lonesome cow in our little pen here now because they're all set up in there doing the hard work. And if we look in here, we have some cooked steak going, so it's doing quite well. We simply grab a bit of wheat, start the water going, and then just hold down right click while they all bubble around until the hearts stop. And we had entity cramming because the babies aren't getting out quick enough. There we go. Right, so that then breeds them up. They stop bouncing, and then we come down here, and as you can see, there's the entity cramming bits there. Babies fall into here, they then grow up, and then we hit this button which dispenses the lava and cooks it. It's just such a shame we're going to lose stuff there, but it is what it is. It's not a full safe system, but you know, it's given me enough to not warrant messing about with it too much. Once I get going, I'll probably make a new version of this and see where we're at. But that's the cookerator done. I've also made start to the house. As you can see, I have laid about 5 or 6 stacks of oak logs so far. And this is just the foundations. It's going to take loads of logs, and I don't even think that the amount that I have over in that there chest is going to be enough. If I'm frankly honest, I don't think this is going to be enough. So these probably will be cultivated into my house eventually. But we do still have sort of spruce going. We need to get some more birch because it will require some birch as well. And dark oak we're not too bothered about at the moment. The farm is doing pretty well. It's now completely covered, and we have got a good amount of stock going. That's just from 2 yields, so I'm quite happy with that. The wheat is just being grown now purely for the cows, just to breed them up and get me some food. So I'm quite happy with the way that this farm is producing at the moment. So I have no immediate plans to change what we're doing here. But other than that, it's coming along quite nicely, our little base. The house is going to take a good while to build, simply because of how big it is. But like I said, go big or go home. So we are going big. I did drop into the nether off camera because I needed some quartz for an observer and some repeaters. For the observer. So I needed quartz. So we went and just mined up a little bit of quartz until I broke my pickaxe. And while we were there, we grabbed some glowstone dust just because it was in the vicinity of where I was. So this build requires glowstone. I believe it's through the middle of one of these runs. It requires a glowstone. So that was quite handy that I went and got that. So yeah, that's where we're at and how we're getting on. And if I'm honest, it's taken me several days just to get to this stage. To get one episode done, it's taken me about 3 days worth of grinding and work to get where we are. But I'm happy with the progress that we've made, and next episode we are going to get this built. Going forward from here, this will be the next episode, is to build the house. Making it pretty will happen probably off of camera, but the actual structure will be built next episode. And then out in the bay there, just over that way somewhere, I'm going to build a mob farm up there. Nice little mob farm. And I'm going to have it so all the drops come down and then filter along, and then that island there will probably become the storage for all of the drops that we get from it. but I haven't yet decided on that because I don't want to really keep having to go all the way out to where it is to get the drops. So I could just funnel them back here with water and see what's what. And then going forward from there, it will be a villager breeder, and then hopefully get enough librarians that we can start getting some enchantments. And then once we've got some sort of surplus villagers, maybe over on that sort of plateau there, away from sort of the breeders and everything else, I'm gonna sort of build up a stock of iron. So we'll have an iron farm going as well, so we can sort of not worry about having to go mining for iron anymore. And then we'll see where we're at the end of that. But so far, so good. Very excited about what's to come. And we'll meet you in the next episode, I guess. So thanks for joining me on this this first episode of the New World here on the Dragons Lair. And I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you, and bye-bye.